Welcome to Credence IS Weekly Current Affairs class. Before we start with the current affairs discussion, I need to share some information with you. So Credence IS is conducting various classes on the various aspects such as UPSC, KPSC and PSI. We offer the mentorship program under UPSC. There will be a prelims and mains integrated course. Apart from that, there will be also a mentorship program. And also there will be a test series where there will be a one-to-one feedback with regard to the assessment of aspirants. In KPSC, there will be a prelims and mains course, and also there will be a exclusive core batch for the candidates who are already written mains or went for the interview, and there is a mentorship program where we will give one-to-one feedback for the various aspirants with regard to their progress or assessment. And we have the PSI courses where we offer you test series on paper 1 and paper 2. There will be exclusive paper 1 and paper 2 and also separate paper 1 and paper 2, and there will be a one-to-one feedback on the progress or assessment of a candidate. Now let's move into the current affairs aspect. So in this video we will be discussing about the current events of the month of March, of the second week of March. So we'll start with the important development, that is Jal Shakti Abhiyan. So the Jal Shakti Abhiyan is a initiative of the central government where they focus on water harvesting. Why it is in news? That recently the government has decided to implement the Jal Shakti Abhiyan on the periphery areas or on the sidelines of national highways. So this novel initiative has been announced by the government of Karnataka, where it decided to dug up the ground on the periphery area of the national highways, and that mud or the sand, the mud which has been excavated will be used for the construction of roads, and that area will be used to fill the water whenever there is a rain. So with this, now the national highways will act as a platform for the water harvest management. This technique has already been implemented in Maharashtra. So to replicate or to make another experiment with regard to the experiment which has already been carried out in Maharashtra, government of Karnataka has decided to implement this project. So we'll understand what actually the Jal Shakti Abhiyan is all about. So Jal Shakti Abhiyan is a major initiative of the central government which it focuses on watershed development. The Jal Shakti Abhiyan has been implemented in two phases. So phase 1 and phase 2. So we'll understand what actually has happened with regard to the Jal Shakti Abhiyan phase 1. So in phase 1, they talked on conservation of water or water management techniques, and they are given major 5 thrust areas they need to focus upon. The 5 thrust areas are: first is water conservation and rainwater harvesting. The second thrust area they focused on reuse and recharge of bore wells. Then they focused on renovation of old and traditional bore wells, or renovation of old and traditional water bodies. Then they focused on watershed development, and lastly they focused on afforestation. So these are the major 5 thrust areas in which they have focused on the Jal Shakti Abhiyan phase 1. Due to the success of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan phase 1, it has created lot of awareness among the people with regard to water management and water conservation. They shifted to Jal Shakti Abhiyan phase 2. In Jal Shakti Abhiyan phase 2, it was launched in March 3rd and 2021. 22nd March and 2021 on World Water Day. Okay, and it with a slogan called as "Catch the rain where it falls." So Jal Shakti Abhiyan phase 2 has launched with a slogan or a with an announcement called as Catch the Rain Where It Falls, where it focused on all these traditional approaches or 5 thrust areas of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan 1. Apart from that, it is the major aspect in this the phase 2 is district wise geotagging. So district wise geotagging of inventories, geotagging of various inventories related to the water bodies, all water bodies. So all water bodies will be geotagged. So you can add this point with regard to the mains answer writing also in the GS3 paper, how science and technology has helped in rural development, water conservation, agriculture related aspects. So by this you can add the one more point with regard to the what we call it as watershed management or watershed development. You can add same point in the geography also, where there is a watershed development program or management techniques. So by doing this, so the government is achieving two important objectives. One, it helps in recharge of groundwater, and it will provide the water facilities to the nearby villages and other areas. So by digging or by encouraging the water storage along the highways, it will help in not only solving the drinking water needs but also providing water for all other domestic related activities. And the overflow of these waters which have been situated on the periphery of the highways will be transferred to the nearby tanks and other water bodies. So it will also helps in recharging the groundwater in the other areas also. So this is the novel initiative which has to be taken to a next level, so that the water management will be taken place in a sustainable, effective manner. Okay, then moving on to the next topic. So in the next topic, it is about the initiative taken by the Karnataka state government in order to name a satellite after late Shri Punit Rajkumar. So what is it is all about? It is due to the 75 years of India's independence on the Amrut Mahotsav, the government is envisioned to launch 75 student satellites from across the India, of which Karnataka has also been selected under the Karnataka government school student satellite project. Karnataka government school student satellite project. So under S3 school student satellite. So under this program, the Karnataka state government decided to involve 100 students from across 10 schools to develop a satellite. That satellite will be a part of one of the 75 satellites which India wants to launch on the occasion of 75 years of India's independence, of which Karnataka satellites will be named after late Shri Punit Rajkumar. This program or this project is carried out in assistance with ISRO and also Karnataka Science and Technology Promotion Society. So Karnataka Science Technology Promotion Society in collaboration with ISRO and the Indian Technology Congress Association are giving the various inputs and help to the students to develop the satellite. So this can be important from the objective type question for the prelims. So you need to remember this. Then moving on to the next topic, it is related to the Kannada Vishwa Cinema Day, or you can also call it as Vishwa Kannada Cinema Day. So why it is in news? So on the occasion of the Bangalore International Film Festival, the government of Karnataka has decided to celebrate March 3rd every year as a Vishwa Kannada Cinema Day, because on that day, in 1932, the first Kannada film, that is talkie film, Sati Sulochana was released. Sati Sulochana. On this day, the first Kannada talkie film was released in 1932 on March 3rd. So in the remembrance of that day, the Karnataka state government decided to celebrate March 3rd every year as Vishwa Kannada Cinema Day. So moving on to the next aspect, this is regard to the Amrutadhare Human Milk Bank. This is the novel initiative of government of Karnataka. This is the first state government led program where the government has established a bank where they can get a facility of mother milk for the infants. So due to various issues such as insufficient production of mother milk or due to malnutrition in children, there may be an urgent need of mother milk for the just born infants. So if they don't get the proper nutrition, it leads to various deficiencies in the child, that is the infant, leading to various deformities in the child. To overcome that, this facility has been established. So it is the first state government led initiative where they will be establishing a separate human milk bank which will be situated at Vani Vilas Hospital in Bangalore. So this is the novel initiative of government of Karnataka in order to provide the required nutrition to the growing infants. Then moving into the next aspect, it is related to a book written by the son of Kumble. Okay, it is a book written with talks about the photography. It is written by Mayas Kumble. He is the son of the legendary leg spinner of Indian cricket team Anil Kumble, and the name of the book is Safari Saga. It is Safari Saga, Wild Encounter of a young photographer. So this is the name of the book where he talks about the photography. Okay, so even Anil Kumble, we also know that he is a passionate wildlife photographer. So that the same legacy has been now carried by his son. This is what we understand with regard to this. It can be asked for the objective type questions. That is the prelims point of view. Then we will look into the Bangalore International Film Festival. In the Bangalore International Film Festival, when it is concluded and they announced various announced the awards for the various categories. In the Bangalore International Film Festival, awards will be categorized in three types, that is Kannada, that is Indian film, Kannada film, Indian film and Asian film. Under three categories the awards will be awarded. So we will look into the firstly Kannada. So in 2020, due to the pandemic, the Bangalore International Film Festival was not taken place. So in this year they given award for both the 2020 and 21. So in the year 2020, in the Kannada sector, so the film was Pinky Ellie. This movie has got the best film award for the 2020 and it is directed by Prithvi Kannur. Whereas for the 2021, the Doddahatti Boregowda has bagged the award and it is directed by Raghu. In 2020, the most popular Kannada film award went to film Diya. For 2021, it went to Iva Ratna. With regard to the Indian film category, if you look at the things, so the Malayalam, we look into the first 2020, it is a Assamese movie, Semkur, has been awarded 2020 best Indian film, and for the 2021 it is Meppadiyan, a Malayalam film, was awarded the best award. Okay, When it comes to the Asian awards for 2020, it is a Sri Lankan film by name Newspaper. So in 2021, it went to Not Today, a Indian film. So you need to remember the name of the films which has got the award with regard to Kannada, with regard to Indian, and with regard to Asian for both the years 2020 and 21. So moving on to the next aspect. So it is regarding to the MMR, maternal mortality rate. So it is number of deaths with during the number of deaths for 1 lakh population. So it will give the figure of number of deaths for the 1 lakh population of the mother. So the recent report which has been given by the census department coming under the Ministry of Home Affairs, it has brought in a bulletin, national bulletin, where it talks about the decline in the MMR rate in India. We focus on the Karnataka aspect. The Karnataka, the MMR has been declined from the Karnataka's MMR has been declined from 92 to 83 in 2017 and 19 from 2013-14 figures. So it shows that the MMR rate has been decreasing in Karnataka. So Karnataka has jumped to 8th position from the earlier 9th position. The Karnataka state has jumped to 8th position. It shows that the various measures that the government has taken with regard to improving the health infrastructure and also improving the improving and decreasing the maternal mortality rate has bear the fruits by this. So we can say that the various policies measures, and it is one of the major social indicator giving input or giving figures indicating the social parameters of the state. So having said that, we look into the other information regarding to the report which has been brought in. The first state in which tops the list is Kerala. The number is 30. It is followed by Maharashtra with 38 numbers, then Telangana with 56, then Tamil Nadu with 58. So these are the various states which are performing better compared to the in Karnataka state, and they are in the top 5. So there is a according to the sustainable development goals. According to sustainable development goals, the India's MMR should come to 70 by 2030. But as of now, India's maternal mortality rate in 2017-19 level is 103. It is 103. By this we can understand that the Karnataka state is doing far better compared to the national average, but it lags behind when it comes to the attainment of sustainable development goals, because it has not still achieved. We can say that there is still time, but other states are already achieved this SDG. So what we need to focus on is the Karnataka government has to implement various government programs in a more pragmatic manner so that the benefits can reach the beneficiaries in a prompt manner. So having said that, we'll move to the next topic. It is related to the recent issue which has happened in Karnataka state. It is about Bhugir Hukum. So what is the issue? Recently a farmer has been died due to suicide due to various differences with the government functionaries, where they wanted to take the possession of land which has been, according to the government sources, has been encroached by the farmers. It happened in Mundargi Taluk in Gadag district, where it led to a various debate in the legislature, and the government has said that it will amend the Karnataka Land Reforms Act, and it will drop the word, it will land grabbing. So what is this Bhugir Hukum is all about? Bhugir Hukum is a piece of land which belongs to the government or which belongs to any government organizations, and this land is being cultivated by a group of farmers or an individual farmer from various times, that is from time immemorial, and that property has been transferred from generations to generation. So they used to cultivate the land from 2 or 3 generations back, and they are still cultivating the land. But according to the government document, the land does not belong to the farmers, it belongs to the government. So it says that according to the government documents, it leads to encroachment of government land. So whenever there is an encroachment of government land, the government functionaries issues the memos and brings the various notices to evacuate the land. In order to prevent this and ensure the what you call it as the social development, and to give land to the non-agricultural land persons, the government decided to amend this act and remove the land grabbing word and make sure that Bhugir Hukum lands are transferred to them who are cultivating that from generations together. So it has been said, so we need to wait and see what are the various other reforms that the government will bring in. So you can add it to the land reform section. So okay, in your GS paper 2, where you can add some of these points whenever you write your mains answers. Okay, it's a value addition point. Moving on to the next aspect, it is regarding to the what we call it as the important development called as integrated command and control center. So ICC, Integrated Command and Control Center. So what is this Integrated Command and Control Center? It's a part of Bangalore Smart City Initiative. This program is being implemented at BBMP, where it brings in coordination among various departments such as BBMP, BDA, BWSSB, BESCOM. Like this, there are various departments functioning in the Bangalore metropolitan city to bring in coordination and control, and also ensure proper collaboration among the various departments working under the various sectors in the Bangalore metropolitan city. This program has been launched. It is majorly driven by ICT, Information Communication Technology. That is, since it's a part of Bangalore Smart City, it will focus on bringing technology into the administration aspect, thereby ensuring better coordination, better collaboration. So this will help in better planning for the city. It will help in better planning for this city, and also better decision making for the city. It will involve various state-of-the-art advanced infrastructure such as intelligence machines, various analytics, the intelligent analytics machines. It also has integrated grievance redressal mechanism. It has an integrated digital disaster response mechanism. It has an integrated various other mechanisms such as the integrated mobility control or management system. So like this, it has brought in technology into the administration. So it will help in what we call it as improving the e-governance aspect, and also bringing in technology into administration, which will ensure transparency, accountability and better governance, so that the city can grow at a better place and meet the growing needs of the city. So this is one of the initiative that the government has already initiated as a part of Bangalore Smart City project. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching Current Science Weekly Current Affairs. Thank you.